What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got for you strength and conditioning training for golf. So, little disclaimer, I don't play golf. I've played golf maybe once. I don't even really like golf. So this is kind of a surprise that we're doing this. However, it is probably our top requested video other than snowboarding and volleyball. So we are giving you guys some strength and power training for golf. It actually is really important that you do strength and power training for golf, right? A lot of it is like rate of force production. We want to get a lot of strengthening, fix some imbalances. So I can go over this more in the video, but if you guys want me to do more of an in-depth video for strength and conditioning for golf, kind of like walking you guys through what you should be hitting, drop us a comment down below. But for today, we got you a strength and power workout video for golf, obviously. So if you guys enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure to subscribe to catch all of them. Hope you guys like it. First thing we are doing for some mobility is World's Greatest. This is an amazing exercise to kind of stretch out the hips and upper body, get some rotation going, full body mobility exercise. So we're doing this, go about like 8 on each side, one hand down, one foot in front. Try to touch your elbow to your instep. It's kind of hard for a lot of people. I don't think I can get it. So try to get elbow to instep if you can. Open up, follow it with your eyes, get that thoracic rotation in there. After World's Greatest, we're doing supine thoracic rotation. So bottom leg down and straight, top knee bent, keep your knee on the ground, bottom arm straight out, top arm touch your hand, rotate over, try to tap the ground on the other side, follow it with your eyes. Try to keep that top knee touching the ground the entire time, like I said. Really open up. This is gonna be great for thoracic rotation, just rotating in the upper body. Get both sides, obviously. We don't want to be unbalanced. Final part of mobility and activation, we are doing miniband monster walks. Hip strength and glute strength are massively important, yes, even for golf. So doing something like this will really work on building up that hip strength. Make sure you keep your feet apart. Go forwards and backwards, one step at a time. Keep that band taut. We're getting everything ready to go. Gonna hit some plyos after this, and then we're gonna get going with the lift. First thing for plyos, we're doing pogos, double leg, single leg, alternating 10 of everything. If going like this is kind of challenging for you, or if you're new to plyos, you can go banded or assisted pogo, same thing. Still hit double leg, single leg, alternating. Plyos are super important for golf training, right? They're great for power production, working on like ground contact time, decreasing it, rate of force production, basically as fast as we can produce force in a short amount of time. All that goes into play. And then you're gonna go 2 sets of these. And another reason plyos are great is they build that full body, I wanna say strength in a sense, but your full body's working together. Great way to work on storing elastic energy, work on that structural tissue, tendons. That's where you're gonna be storing that energy to help produce force fast or to help produce power. So make sure you are hitting these, and they're great for trunk control, trunk strength, working on that low back and that core. After pogos, we're going skaters, so working on some frontal plane plyos side to side. Make sure you're hitting different planes of motion. We just did an Instagram post about that actually. Really important. This is great for glute strength, hip strength, working on that lateral side, pushing off. So hit some skaters. We're going 10 total, 2 times. Drive off that foot, get out as far as you can while being stable and under control. Try not to get stuck on the ground for too long. Try to hit it and go if you can. All right, we are rolling through plyos. We are doing a 90-degree double leg jump. So the thing here is, obviously we went from pogos to skaters into these. If you're new to plyos, then you can hit some vertical jumps, lateral jumps, broad jumps, doing all that stuff. All of our videos have plyo elements, or most of our videos. So if you guys follow us, you should be hitting those plyos. So we are just jumping straight to this. We'll progress this one, obviously. So we're starting off going double leg, relatively chill, and then we're gonna go a little bit farther, a little bit faster. So rotational plyos, very important for golf, right? You need a lot of rotational power. Right here, everything is coming from the lower body, and same thing with golf. That power comes from lower body, from the hips, from the glutes. Your core does not produce the power, your lower body does. Your core transfers it from upper to lower, lower to upper, right? It's just that transferring. So doing a rotational plyo like this is great for rotation, body control, anti-rotation, making sure you don't rotate too much. So incorporate things like this into your golf training. After you hit a couple sets of your double leg, getting progressively harder each time, we're gonna drop to single leg. So you're gonna push off that back leg, 90-degree turn, stick it on the front, make sure you're under control, right? Ooh. If you need to do a baby hop, totally fine, but make sure you're under control when you do this, okay? Make sure that front knee does not cave in. Really squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. Squeezing your glutes is the way you're gonna help keep your balance. It's gonna help keep your knee from caving in, right? Really strengthen up those hips and those glutes. If this is too hard, you can go a single leg jump to a double leg land, but if you can, progress it here. You don't have to go crazy far. If you can't, baby steps, like I just said earlier, if you need to take a baby hop to help stabilize, I'd rather that rather than putting your other foot down. First exercise for the lift, we are doing some power. We are doing a landmine jerk. So you usually see us do a landmine split jerk. This time, just a jerk. Okay, so we're not splitting at the top. Power is very important, as I mentioned earlier with the plyos. For golf, right, rate of force production, how fast can you produce force? This is an amazing exercise because it works on deriving power from the legs, transferring it through the core, extending at the top, right? Power from the legs up to the upper body. Body control as well, keep those knees apart, squeeze your glutes. After the landmine jerk, we are doing a med ball shot put. Med ball is amazing for golf training, right? Works on producing force fast, and you can release the power, but it's also a great way of working on deceleration. That's very important as well, because there's a massive eccentric load that goes on in your golf swing, and doing something like a med ball toss or a med ball shot put works on that. Anything med ball, really. The other thing about a shot put that's really good, right, works on hip separation, hip movement, rotation through the lower body, transferring from the core to the upper body, right? Full body rotational exercises that also work on some deceleration are amazing. First strength exercise, we are doing a barbell reverse lunge, 5-a-side, tempo 0 to X. So you're gonna drop in, you're gonna hold that bottom position 2 seconds, stand as fast as you can, load it up in your glutes, in your posterior chain, squeeze your glutes to prevent that knee from caving in. Do not let that back leg or that back knee touch the ground. Stop it on your own, hold it on your own, stand up on your own, squeeze your core, stay nice and tight. Unilateral training is really great to fix muscular imbalances, and reverse lunges are amazing to work on that glute strength, the hips, right? Lateral part of the leg, very important. Trunk stabilization, trunk strength. So this is great. Also works on some low back strength, and we're not going crazy heavy with this, so you don't have to worry about loading up that low back. Hence the tempo, help slow it down, build up that isometric strength. With the barbell reverse lunge, we are doing a goblet loaded lateral lunge drop, okay? So you're gonna drop in, hold it for a second, explode out as fast as you can. When you go down, load it up in your glutes. Kind of sit back in your heels a little bit, not too much to where you're off balance, but load up that posterior chain. Tall torso, squeeze your core, keep that knee from caving in. the leg that straightens out. Keep your full foot on the ground. Don't roll up onto the inside of your foot. Series 3, starting off with some pull-ups. So we're going for 8. Do whatever is about like 80% of your daily max. So if in a day you can get like 10, then do 8, right? Save a couple in the tank because we're hitting an upper body series. So pull-ups are great. You can do pull-ups, chin-ups, banded pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, any type. Great for core, great for low back, hanging, obviously upper body, shoulder health, shoulder strength. The workout's putting Spencer to sleep. So pull-ups are an amazing upper body exercise to do, strengthening everything. 3B, we're going with a single arm rotational cable row. So one leg in front, right, we're going split stance, keep that knee out, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. As you row, you're going to rotate your torso. All right, what this is gonna do, obviously make it a little bit more athletic, add some more momentum. Really works on incorporating your core into your movement. Work on that rotation, slow and controlled on the way back. Oh, my voice. Slow and controlled on the way back to work on deceleration, controlling the motion, right? It's one thing to produce force while rotating. It's another to control it. Really important that we can control this for golf as well as produce rotational force. 3C, we are doing a hollow body hold with a single arm dumbbell press. So this is adding in a lot of trunk control, a lot of stability, strength through the core, keeping your body stationary while one arm is moving. You can do this double arm if you need to. Try to go single. Really gonna work on that core strength, locking it in anti-rotation. As I just mentioned, big part of being able to control, produce, decelerate, is being able to absorb force and control. 3D, we got a corrective exercise in there. We're going chest supported Ys and Ts. Lean forward onto that bench. Make sure your hips fall through as well. You're gonna go Ys, so 45 degrees up. And then you're gonna go Ts, basically lateral out to the side. Don't let your shoulders scrunch when you do this, right? Keep your shoulders down. Just raise those dumbbells. Same thing with Ts. Really try to pinch those shoulder blades together. These are great exercises to work on shoulder health, right? That rotator cuff, doing some external rotation. Control it on the way down as well. Build up the supporting muscles for the shoulders, for the back. For 4A, we are starting with a single leg RDL, posterior chain work, working on that hip hinge, loading it up in the glutes, the hamstrings. Keep that dumbbell nice and close to your shin. Keep your hips square to the ground. Let that up leg extend back. Don't stay scrunched, right? Let it extend back. Grab onto the ground with your toes. Stay nice and controlled. Squeeze your glutes in order to help with stability. Squeeze your abs as well. Your torso will tip down as a result of your hips hinging backwards. Really make sure you get that hip hinge going, right? Don't reach, but just have your hips go back. Or don't reach with your hand, I should say. Just have your hips go back. That'll help tip your torso over. Slight bend in the knee. Keep your chin tucked. Just gave like 1,000 cues in 40 seconds. 4B, we're going kettlebell swing. So this is a great exercise to work on rate of force production, right? This is a hip hinge movement. I see a lot of people try to make the kettlebell swing into a squat. Okay, Spence, show the difference. Squat versus a hinge, right? We do not want a squat, right? That's not what we're after. That's not correct. What we want is a hip hinge. Butt goes back just like your RDL. Drive through, full extension at the top. Squeeze your butt at the top, right? That kettlebell just goes eye level. Perfect, thank you. So make sure you're doing these correctly. Work on that hip extension. 4C, another med ball exercise. We're going to split stance rainbow with a step. All right, so low to your back hip, step, open, slam as hard as you can. Control that rotation, control your knee, squeeze your glutes, right? Make sure you can rotate, get that power going, transfer it through your core, rotate, control, slam as hard as you possibly can. We are finally on abs, core strength, super important. So we're doing a V hold with a rotational chop-ish thing. So we're going one side to start. Pick your feet up if you can. If you have to keep them on the ground, you can as well, but this makes it harder, right? So control that rotation. You're gonna rotate through your abs. Not through your abs, but you're gonna rotate kind of with your abs They're basically just supporting your upper body movement, okay? But you also have to work on stabilization. So don't let it take you on a twist, control it. Your body might try to move in two opposite directions. Anti-rotation is a huge part of training for golf, working on that deceleration, that trunk control stability. Last thing for abs, if you can, we're doing alternating hanging leg raises. If you cannot do these, you can go alternating knee ups. So the goal here, obviously squeeze your abs and obviously use your abs, but just to control, stabilize while your lower body is moving. Hanging stuff is really great. Also kind of works on strengthening the low back as well as you're hanging there. Don't swing, try not to use momentum. Use those abs to make every single individual movement.